that's actually a really annoyingly stupid emote. Okay, but yeah. So, let me see. Today, we will probably be finishing Harvest. Well, or at least I hope we'll be finishing Harvest Valley. It's not overly long. I do have things to talk about as well. Mostly to do with not Harvest Valley, Earthen Peak, fucking hell. Yeah, so back to Earthen Peak, which is what we started the other day, I believe. I also need to actually discuss a couple of small points to do with my YouTube channel. Well, let me see. Well, I guess it should be obvious by now, especially after the last episode. I believe I did put the thing in, but yeah, I kind of got offered a partnership, which obviously I've taken with some hope that it's going to help grow my channel. Now, generally it's not going to have much major effects on what I'm doing, or at least it shouldn't be. It might. It might result in a few more videos, because, you know. Oops. Let's say it's a reasonable motivation. I don't really expect it to really make a difference though. Oh! Okay, and so I'm just gonna continue. He's dead, yeah. Yeah, it shouldn't make any real difference to anything. The only real difference for to my actual channel is, first and foremost, is I did have to remove some. Well, I had to privatize some videos that had copyright stuff in them. You know, to avoid the copyright strikes and such. The only other difference, I guess, that makes for you, other than you not being able to view those specific videos, is that there's probably going to be ads in my videos now. What the hell? Yeah, so yeah. The fact that ads are probably going to start popping up now is the only real thing that's going to change, hopefully. Well, what can I say? If the adverts bother you, there's always the skip button, and I'm sure some of you who know your way around YouTube a bit more might already have some ideas for solutions. So yeah, carrying on. That's all there is. That covers that little bit of discussion. And I'm actually going to need. That's an invisible gameplay now. Yeah. Yeah, we're doing this. I do actually, now that I think about it, I do actually need, once I get to the next bonfire, I'm gonna jump back and grab some crossbow bolts and shite. It's clear this is just full of invisible walls. Unless, of course, they're firing, and then apparently the physics work perfectly normally. Either way, yeah, I'm just gonna move on because that's not really important enough. Actually, no, I can kill him from there. And I'm just gonna pull this to move that out of the way a minute. So yeah, let me just remember what the hell we got to do with these areas. Oh, and that's a terrible dodge. And by the way, I absolutely hate these guys. Mostly because when I actually did this, because I think I made it clear by now, I've actually more or less pretty much completed the game on my other character. It's not something I intended to do, and in hindsight I actually kind of wish I had actually recorded the playthrough. For a couple of reasons, mostly because it's always nice to see a blind playthrough. And I just want to have a quick look at this, because I have a suspicion that that might be a mimic. We'll find out in a sec. Okay, it's not a mimic. It might then be trapped in some way. Okay. Now I'm very confused on how that guy ended up dead. Oh well, yeah. But yeah, my other playthrough character was a strength build with practically very little to no armour and certainly no poise. So these mannequin enemies actually were more than capable of just stun locking it to death. Like that, basically. Okay, so something didn't change. I still get stun locked to death. So yeah. There's a long story short, there's a pair of them right next to a bonfire that I'm going to. And I got trapped there for absolutely ages. So yeah, I hate these guys, very much so. Now I'm going to do a quick skip while I, number one, fix my ring, and number two, I'm going to pick up some arrows and such. So I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, so that's done. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I mentioned it ages ago. A couple of videos ago, but yeah. Still, that ring of life protection is rather broken. So yeah, okay, so I've decided that actually a shield and a longsword might be, should we say, better for this situation. That way I can at least avoid these stun locks. I did end up buying some arrows. Unfortunately, as it turns out, or more accurately, I forgot that I hadn't done it yet. I don't have... Well, what was it? I don't have any, well, I didn't... Give me a second for me to remember my thought process on this. Yeah, I was... yeah, I was gonna walk down to, oh god, which one's the vendor's name? The blacksmith, I think it's McDuff, isn't it? The blacksmith? But as it turns out, as I forgot, I haven't actually done any of the Lost Bastille yet, so I don't actually have access to him as a blacksmith yet. So I have had to buy a load of wooden bolts, but that's perfectly fine. It's functional. And yeah, just a small trick, you can actually knock them off like that. Yeah, so you can do that to thingy and other players if you find a narrow pathway. Now, we've just got to have a little archery competition with this dude. So let's see if I can get past this bit without getting ganked this time. So, actually, wait a second. I have the 20 strength. I need to use this one-handed, don't I? Let's see if I can lead them onto this. To here. There we go. And I'm almost certainly going to regret putting that away at some point, but, you know, that's just what I'm like, apparently. Okay, so important thing just here, which we'll get round to in a sec. First, I'm going to light the bonfire. And this, by the way, is the bonfire I was talking about, where I got stuck with mannequins. And I've got way too much shite here. So we're going to rest so I can warp here anytime, and then I'm going to probably regret doing this very soon. Okay, that's useful. Now, if they're going to follow normal, let's aggro them and then... Yeah, okay, that's basically the problem, is that they tend to either stun lock you or do that. But we survived that. And I'm going to burn a couple here. And now this is the important bit. I need to do this, because this is going to be very important for later on in the boss fight. The boss fight especially. Why is this going to... Well, let's just say it's not going to be a pleasant boss fight if I do this. Two-hand, but having a shield on my back annoys me. Yes, I know it's a very, very stupid thing to be annoyed about, but... What's this message say? Oh yes, So, yeah, there's a foot, what do you call it? You know those traps they have in Sens? And this guy is completely blind in death, which, considering he doesn't have a head, that's a fair point, but yeah, you can basically just walk up and backstab that guy and he won't notice you're here. Now here's me wondering if you can jump over to there, but it's not really necessary. We can get there a much safer way later. Oops. Apparently I forgot that there's someone here. Let me see. We don't want to go there yet. What we do want to do is come here. And that's actually relatively useless to my character, because I've not got any intention of using any sort of castings on this. However, we can talk to this dude.
Shush. You idiot. Stay quiet.
Bloody Irishman.
I'm on the run. Don't give me away. You're a fugitive too, eh? Yeah? Why else would you be here? It's got death written all over it. You want to climb down here? I can lend you a ladder. But, how much can you offer me? Why, yep, I'm trying to help you, you know. Have you no gratitude? Downright rude, really. But I've got a soft heart, so I let you off. This once.
What do you mean you let me off?
All right. It'll be just a
I can't
moment.
quite remember if this is going to be worth it or not. Still an ass though. That's a serious question. Would you climb down that?
Go on ahead. I won't offer this deal twice.
No, let's just go a little bit more. Let's see what he has.
What do you need now? Huh?
Because, yeah, learn gesture for a start. Not going to be very useful. Here's some minorly useful things. Black leather armor. They're much more useful in all honesty. Aromatic ooze. Do I actually want some of that? Don't remember if I do. Probably don't.
Find it. All the best.
Okay, let's climb down this very unsafe looking ladder. Because you know that's what sane people do. I failed. In short, ladder required. Oh my god, don't tell me the idiot just jumped down there. Well, yeah, see, it was minorly worth it. Oh my god, don't tell me that someone actually jumped down here without... Yeah, I'm guessing they did. That's the only real explanation in all this. But we're not idiots like them, so we're going to climb back up. And I've just noticed there's a load of cages hanging from the top of there. Okay, so let me see which way do we need to. We need to go up this ladder, and I'm pretty sure I just stood on the pressure plate, or at least I got very lucky and missed it. Okay, so let me remember if there's any mannequins around here to deal with. There's one just over here. This one's on his own, so I don't think he's going to be that much of an issue. Yeah, and they're going to start trying to blow us up. And this, by the way, is pretty much the reason that I went to get that bow and arrow. Because trust me, their fire attacks hurt. In fact, I don't think they'll quite one-shot me at this, with this amount of health, but it's not worth risking. Okay, now the question is, are these normal bolts or heavies? These are heavy bolts, so I can use this trick instead. Just to try and save myself a couple of light arrows for no real reason. Okay, lingering dragon crest ring. Okay, and we can draw this one out because there's another one of those desert sorcerers up ahead. And yeah, I'm not really in a big hurry to fight this dude with her right next to me. Yeah, we'll go with this method. Say, trust me, they hurt when they hit you. Oh, fuck it. And she seems pretty content just to stand there and take it. Oh, 2 lingering dragon restaurants. You know what? I think I'm going to make this boss stupidly easy, actually, because I just remembered that's an NPC summon. As far as NPC summons are concerned, this one's actually pretty useful, and if not outright overpowered. I'm also going to need my shield in a minute. Let's see if this... No, he's not going to let me quickly kill him before I attempt going up them stairs. Because, if memory serves correctly, there is a black phantom up there waiting for me. Okay, try right then secret. There we go. This is where I can use superior range 2. Do that basically. Gotta admit, as much as I like the bastard sword, the Claymore's R2 really does do wonders in, you know, not letting you die. And yeah, I'm suspicious. And say, I'm going to keep more track on how many times I hit things, but I'm still going to hit most of the chests, mostly because I know there's a mimic in this level somewhere. There's a bonfire, which, all honesty, not going to need, but I'll light it. Oh, and so we're going to approach half hour in a suit. But yeah, unless I do something incredibly stupid at this point, I should be safe from dying. Oh. Yeah, okay, that's still not actually really that much of an issue. Especially since I have ranged attacks and a lot of bolts. Which will make doing this pretty easy. Did I say wooden bolts and then wooden arrows? Oh, there's a lot. Let me just check something. Oh, that really is just a portent, actually, in hindsight. That is a mimic. Because apparently you can tell because mimics have have a lock on the front. Normal chests don't. As per usual, mimics. Let me just see what buffs I've got. We will just apply this one. Which, in hindsight, feels like a waste. But that's alright. You know, now I've got a cool lightning sword at the minute. Yet again, pretty much worthless as far as practicality is concerned at this point. And I'm trying to remember if there's any more hidden chests. Oh, yet again we're going to leave the NPC summon there for a minute. We're going to run to the other side. And yeah, looks like there's quite a few people dead around here. Where did that sound come from? The fuck? Oh, are they still trying to... They're still doing that. It's fine though, because they don't actually have the range to hit me from here. So I can just sit here and spam my arrows as long as she doesn't keep bloody ducking. Him we could theoretically, we could just deal with him from... Well, we can jump over in a minute and we can deal with him, but... What is he doing? Okay, screw it, let's just jump over there and... move him this way. Small observation that I made is I'm pretty much convinced you can't actually backstab people when they're backstab enemies when they're stun locked. That's probably another mimic. I can't honestly remember though. Yeah. I've noticed, I'm pretty much convinced that you can't actually get backstabs when individuals are thingy and... Okay, that was lucky actually, because I was almost convinced that I'd accidentally walked back into that. There's another mannequin down there. I'm not really concerned with him at the minute. Let me see. Yeah, he's just... could just do this actually. See if I can bait him into getting his ass down here. There we go. Now, where is it? There's a... Is this to raise it or not? Yeah, okay, we want to be quick here. Yeah, okay, I've got that now. I need to fucking move it here before that falls on me. So, this is probably going to be a little bit... oh, it's probably going to be a bit longer than I would have liked. Because I am aiming for roughly like 30 odd minutes per episode for this, because YouTube seems to like that a bit more. And it doesn't have half the problems with process and such. Do I have to just jump down there now? Okay, I don't like the look of that. Don't have a ring either. The question is, why can't I just like walk up here? Okay, whatever. I have healing items, it's not really that important. Anyway, yeah, as I say, I've got... And there's actually an NPC down here, I believe, that I can talk to. Now, since I didn't summon him and actually keep him alive for the last giant, he doesn't have anything to give me here.
I don't quite have the guts myself. But I don't quite.
Okay, so he's just gonna talk. And that thingy, I believe. There's no one of these sorcerers. Who will just headshot a couple of times. Now, there's a shiny there. Long story short, you'd make a jump here and you get it. There is no way in hell I'm doing that. I believe... Okay, this apparently is not a mimic. And it is completely useless for my purposes, so carry on. And this just takes us back from here. Oh, and I'm gonna run straight into a pot of poison and
good to see that
such.
Perhaps you're more. In any case, the treasure is yours, since you went ahead, took the leap. For instance,
Oh,
I've heard
shit.
that a man is out for my life.
I didn't mean to skip that bit.
Now, what misunderstanding could have ever led to... The poor bloke must have quite an imagination.
Oh, I was going to pop one of those to stop me from dying from poison. And I was convinced for a second there I just seen something move. Okay, so, if we can successfully make that jump and not poison myself, we can go and do the boss fight. As I said, apparently the NPC here can... The NPC Phantom can pretty much just nuke the bitch, so... We're gonna go with that, and I'm probably gonna fast forward it. This might just become a new ritual, like getting Tarkus to kill the Iron Golem every time. But yeah, apparently this NPC can pretty much solo the boss here. And I will point out I have beat her normally, so she's just not that, really not that difficult. But yeah, basically, you'll see in a minute. Basically, she just does that. Now, it should be pointed out that if you don't burn the windmill part down, this entire room is full of poison. And you can probably see if you look at the health bar at the minute, she actually gets health back from that poison. And you know, it's just going to be my luck that this dude's going to end up bringing it, screwing up and dying, even though she's apparently... There we go. now that I've got her attention back here. But yeah, she ain't that hard. Mostly you can just either block, or since they're what do you call it? Their spear moves. It's pretty much all just poking and thrusts, and that's a grab move that she can do apparently. But yeah. It's mostly, as long as you can know how to generally dodge spear moves and them sort of bosses, pretty easy. Or like I just did, just stick a shield up with tank. It's not overly difficult. So, does this take me back? Yep. Okay, so that's that boss done, and this is to the Iron Keep. And I just remembered I was going to fast forward it, but I didn't. So, I'm going to fast forward this bit now. Okay, here we are. The Iron Keep. As a German spy pointing out, the area that's completely impossible, or at least it shouldn't be here. And as Marcus keeps pointed out, the area he likes the least, since there's a lot of shinies here that apparently you're pretty much expected to die trying to get. So, since I'm here, and the boss is dead and all that sort of thing, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm just going to close my eyes and choose a random one, which apparently is a wave.